Hello all. Welcome to Applications Manager free training series. So today's topic is application-centric infrastructure monitoring. Now let me take you through the agenda for today. Firstly, we'll be seeing how you can auto-discover components and dependencies across your entire IT stack, how you can measure KPIs across your application servers and databases, how you can leverage AI and ML to detect anomalies and analyze performance trends, and how you can achieve more out of Applications Manager with its built-in integrations. Now let's proceed with the first part, which is auto-discovering components and dependencies across your entire IT stack. Let's begin with the story of a global financial service provider. Now, ABC is a global financial provider who has a data platform team that comprises of 3 database admins who oversee close to 2000 plus SQL servers. Now they have a few challenges in their kitty. They are unable to see the performance of the databases. They're not sure where exactly their databases are located, whether in the cloud or on premise. They're unable to view the critical performance metrics of their critical databases. And they're unable to manage the dynamic demands across geographies. Due to all of this, it becomes difficult for them to pinpoint to the root cause of issues, and they're spending too much time manually detecting slow queries. Now, how can Applications Manager help them? Applications Manager can help them via auto discovery. Now, with a single click, Applications Manager can discover all the servers, services, databases, and applications that are running within their IT infrastructure. To discover resources across the IT infrastructure, we have 3 methods: bulk discovery, network discovery, and virtual infrastructure discovery. Network discovery is the process of discovering all the resources or monitors in a specified network. It discovers monitors running in the default port only. Now, bulk discovery will help you add monitors of the same type in bulk. Now, bulk import of these monitors can be performed using a CSV file that contains all configuration details of the monitors that you wish to add. Ideally, there are 2 types of dependency mapping that can be done with Applications Manager. First is server to application dependency, and the second is application to application dependency. Now, server to application dependency displays all the applications that are running in a server and maps the applications that are interconnected with each other. Application to application dependency displays all the applications that are running on the same and different servers and maps the one that are interconnected. So, how exactly does our ADDM feature help you? Now, our ADDM feature will help you discover and group resources, establish relationships between them, map them correctly to provide a holistic view of your IT infrastructure, assess the health and impact potential of resources. For example, if an application is running on server A and it is using the database running on server B, so for these 2 servers, we can create a relationship map. We can also view the live status of applications at the hosted servers as well. Now, this feature will help you detect and isolate problems, if any, and obtain a periodic status of your applications to make informed decisions. So, this will help you instantly find the root cause of issues and quicker troubleshooting. Now, before moving to topic 2, let's take it how this works in Applications Manager. Now, you need to go to Settings. Under Discovery and Data Collection, click Add or Discover. So here you can see that Applications Manager supports close to 150 plus technologies, both on on-premise and on cloud. It supports various monitors such as application servers, cloud applications, converged infrastructure, custom monitors, database servers, ERPs, middleware or portal, servers, services, and more. Now let's go to bulk import. Like we discussed before, the bulk import will help you import a set of monitors of specific type automatically into Applications Manager. Say for example, I'm selecting Docker and I have a sample CSV for Docker selected, and I can choose to upload this file and it will be bulk imported. The next option is discovery. So in this discovery, you can click add new and you can give the name for your discovery, and you can choose to select the below credentials or use all the credentials from Credentials Manager. So let me show you how to add a new credential. See, I want to add a new credential for Neo4j. I can add my credential. Now you can select the type of discovery that you want, whether it's range uh, or a CIDR or even VMware. Now you can also pinpoint the range of the IP that you want to, and you can also configure ports. So here you have all the default ports that are available, and you can click discover, or you can discover and add all of these monitors. Now I've already have a sample for you here. So here, as you can see, I've discovered 13 servers and 10 applications. So I can click on this particular server and you can see the applications that are discovered in this server. So namely, there is an Nginx and Apache server which are running. You can also see the time at which they've been created. Then you can click on view application dependency map and you can select all the monitors. So here you can view the entire map. Say for example, you can drag this and have a clear view of how the interconnected elements are. So here you can see that this particular server is connected to Apache as well as Nginx. You can just hover your mouse over it so as to get the health status of all of these servers. So you'll be able to view the status of these servers and see the root cause analysis if needed. So you can also view this in monitor groups. So here I'm clicking Applications Manager Monitor Group, and here you can view it as a business view. So here you can see that this Applications Manager Monitor Group is connected to various other monitors, say Windows WMI, Applications Manager Home, etc. And this particular Postgres SQL is also connected to a subgroup, and you can also view the applications running inside, which is Linux and Tomcat servers. You can also hover over to see the root cause issues. Say, for example, in this particular Windows server, the health is critical because the MySQL DB, SNMP tab, and the SQL server which you're running is down. So this will help you troubleshoot issues quickly. Now let's move on to the second part of the webinar, which is measuring key performance metrics across your application servers and databases. So when it comes to application servers, there are certain metrics you need to focus on. The first and most important metric is the JVM heap usage. Now, this is a critical metric because it helps you identify the memory intensive parts of the application, detect memory leaks, determine how much memory should be allocated to a Java application. Now, Applications Manager helps you check or identify the current Java usage of your application. In case the usage of your Java application is high, you can choose to receive an alert. Apart from this, it will also help you monitor your server response time. That will help you understand how long your servers are taking to respond to a particular request. Along with this, You can also monitor the threads generated by your application. In case a particular thread utilization goes beyond the set value, a warning can be generated. Now, when it comes to database servers, the KPIs you need to focus on is query performance. Now, query performance is one of the most critical KPIs. Tracking query performance will enable you to identify which queries are slowing down your databases. Applications Manager can list all the slow performing queries that are affecting your database. The second important parameter is backup and jobs. Now, Applications Manager will help you identify when the last database backup was executed. Say, for example, you want your database backup to be performed every 24 hours. Say, if a particular database hasn't been backed up for the past 30 hours, Applications Manager would have already immediately generated an alert for it. This way, you can ensure that all your data is backed up. Now, you can also create, start, or stop a particular job in Applications Manager. You can also monitor session details to understand the users who are currently active, check log statistics, and buffer pool usage of your database server. Now, another critical question is what exactly constitutes an issue? Now, that depends upon the layer of your IT infrastructure. So, when it comes to the hardware layer, the issues might be related to hardware errors or availability problems in your printer, CPU, fan, etc. When it comes to network, it could be because of excessive network utilization and error rates. It might be because some of your in packets and out packets aren't going in and out on time. The next layer, for example, is the operating system. So the issues in this layer could be because of poor provisioning of server and virtual resources. Now, when it comes to applications, the issues can range from application slowness to unhandled exceptions. Say, for example, you're going to your website and you see that it's not loading for the past 2 minutes. Then the issue is application slowness. Now let's shift to the UI to see the KPIs you can monitor. Now let's go to the monitors tab. The application servers, I can click WebLogic server. So here you can view the monitor information. You can view that the health of WebLogic is clear and there are no critical alarms that are present. You can also view the JVM heap usage in the last 1 hour along with attributes such as minimum and maximum heap size, average heap size, total heap size, etc. You can also view the server response time in the last 1 hour along with the minimum, maximum, and average response time. You can also view the top 5 highest user sessions in the last 1 hour. You can view the session details of the web applications, including the number of active sessions, maximum and minimum number of sessions, number of servlets that are running, etc. You can also view the thread pool utilization details and the thread pool usage in the last 1 hour. You can also view the number of pending requests for the last 1 hour. So apart from this, we also do Windows log monitoring when it comes to servers. Just a second. So here you can see all the event logs being captured. So here you can find the rule name, the log file type, the source, the event ID, and the type, whether it's error or not. In case it's an error, you can view the description and the time at which it is being generated. So this will give you a detailed analysis of all the event logs that have been generated in your Windows. Now let's move on to databases. So under databases, we can see how MS SQL works. So under the overview tab, you can view the health of your MS SQL as well as the availability, how long the database has been up and how long it's been down. So you can also view metrics such as buffer cache hit ratio and plan cache hit ratio. You can also view the memory usage along with attributes such as total memory, SQL cache memory, log memory, optimized memory, etc. You can also view the buffer manager statistics and access method details. You can also view the cache details and the log details along with the latch details and its attributes such as latch waits per minute, average latch wait time, etc. So in case you want to view the a 7-day report or something for memory usage per se, you can just click on the 7 tab and you can view the 7-day report for your memory usage. So in case you want to configure alarms or set thresholds, you can click the option here and you can configure the same for each and every attribute. So the performance tab will give you the list of queries. So you can view the top queries based on CPU, top queries by input output, top queries by CLR. You can also view the top slow running queries. Now this is a very important parameter. So here you can view all the top slow running queries along with the average executed time, maximum execution time, minimum execution time, and the number of executions. So here you can also view the database name and the last time this query has been executed. Now moving to the database tab, here you can view the database details by clicking on a particular database and you'll be able to view the system tables, index details, table relationships, etc. You'll also be able to view the database disk utilization, transaction details, log flush details, and so on. We can also view the database properties in detail. The next one is the sessions. Here you can view the connection statistics and the SQL statistics along with the attributes. You can also set thresholds in case you prefer them. You can also view the database connection details. In case you have any session running, you can monitor it here. So you can enable the sessions by clicking there and setting the default port status. Next one is jobs. So here you can click to enable jobs monitoring, and then you can also have backup and restore option. So this will give you all the backup details. When was the last backup taken? How long it has been? Whether it's expired or the name of the file and where it's located, and the backup age. So you can also configure thresholds here so as to send you alerts in case the backup has not been taken in the past few hours. So these are the most critical metrics for your MS SQL database. Now let's move on to the third topic for the day, which is leveraging AI and ML based reporting to analyze performance trends. So now when it comes to Applications Manager, we leverage AI and ML capabilities with respect to two reports. One is capacity planning and the other is forecast reports. Now, capacity planning deals with undersized, oversized, and idle servers based on memory and disk utilization. Our forecast reports will give you predictive analysis based on historical growth and utilization trends. So, how exactly can capacity utilization help? So capacity planning will help you categorize the server into three types: oversized servers, undersized servers, and idle servers. Now, which servers are called oversized servers, undersized servers, or idle servers? Now, a server can be said to be oversized if it has more resources than it needs to handle the workload it is expected to handle. For example, if a small company has a dedicated server with 64 GB of RAM and only hosts a single website that receives low traffic, the server might be oversized and a waste of resources. Then, what exactly is an undersized server? Now, an undersized server is the one that has insufficient resources to handle the workload it is expected to handle. For example, if a web server is running on a virtual machine with only 1 GB of RAM and the website receives a lot of traffic, the server may become overwhelmed and slow down or crash. Then, what exactly is an idle server? An idle server is one that is not being used at all or being used well below its capacity. For example, if a company has a backup server that is only used once a week for a few hours, then the server might be idle for the rest of the time. Now, this can cause issues at an application level as well as at a server level. Capacity planning will help you avoid these scenarios by categorizing these servers. Now, this report can be shared with your concerned teams to ensure that resource allocation is done properly, be it in production or non production environments. The next one is the forecast reports. Now, these reports can be generated for disk utilization servers or even database file size for DBs. Now, how exactly does this report work? Now, with this forecast report, you can predict, see what will be the disk utilization of the server in the month of July 2023. You can just predict the disk usage value in the upcoming months. Now, based on the previous month's data, it will predict the average value, and based on the average value, it will show you the future values you're going to get for your particular disk usage. The same goes for other metrics as well. Now, let's move on to another area where AI and ML play a vital role, and that is automating actions and receiving timely alerts. Now, let's see an example. Let's say that you have an e commerce application. Now, this application sends logs, and these logs are stored in a disk. Now, when the disk usage goes more than 80%, an alert is sent to your team, and the team member is taking care of the alert by moving the logs from one drive to another. Now, instead of doing this manually, Applications Manager can help you automate actions via a custom script. This script will help you move the log files from one drive to another. Now, this will help you save a lot of time, and it will help you from doing the same tasks repetitively. This will also help you focus on other productive things that you can put your focus on. Another important area where ML is used is threshold profiles. But before going to that, we can see how we can resolve issues automatically. So this can be done by filtering out the noise, prioritizing the event, pinpointing to the root cause of issues, and automatically remediating using a EBA script or orchestration. Now, another important area where ML is used is threshold profiles. Now, Applications Manager currently supports static, adaptive, and anomaly threshold profiles. For example, say you have a Kubernetes and you want to monitor memory utilization. Instead of configuring a static threshold, if you choose an adaptive one, when the current memory utilization deviates from the usual pattern, you will receive an alert. Now let's shift to the UI to see how this works. So under settings, first we'll see capacity planning and forecast reports. So under reports, go to capacity planning. So here I'm going to show you the undersized servers. So here you can filter this based on the top 10, top 20, or you can also choose to view all the servers. You can select the custom period. It can be today, the last 1 year, last quarter, or even last 30 days. So you can set the following conditions. You can configure settings for undersized server diagnosis. So you can choose to receive an alert in case of any one of the following conditions, or if all of the following condition occurs. So in case you want to receive an alert when your CPU utilization exceeds 90%, your memory and disk utilization also exceeds 90%, you can configure the same. You can also change this according to your preferences. So here in the report, you can see the undersized servers have been marked. So here you can see that the Linux telnet is being undersized, and this is because of the memory utilization, and this is where the issue is. So you can add a note here once you fix a particular issue, so that the person who sees this after you do will get a clear idea of what exactly has happened. The next one is the forecast report. So here you can view the forecast report of say disk utilization in the last 15 days. You can also view the forecast based on the growth trend or by utilization. So here you can view it for the next 4 5 months, or you can even choose it to view up till the next 2 years. So here I want to see what the forecast will be in the next 6 months for my disk. So here you can see the average values for the next 6 months. Now let's move on to thresholds and alerts. So under settings, go to alarms and actions, click thresholds and anomalies. So here you can view all the threshold details. So I have already added some details here. See for aptics, I have a monitored value. See if the monitored value is less than the threshold limit of 0.8, then it will show me a set of alerts. So here you can see that if the value is less than 0.85, it will give me a critical alarm. In case it is equal to 0.85, I'll receive a warning alarm. And when it's greater than 0.85, I'll receive a clear alarm. So this will also give me the status of my threshold, whether it's been run, whether the particular service is running or not. So you can set for other things based upon your preferences. So to set a new threshold, you can just click add new here, set a threshold name, give the critical severity, and click show advanced options. So here you can set the severity for critical, warning, and clear. And you can also give it alarm message here, so that you can receive that particular message in case you want more clarity. We also have another option called adaptive when it comes to a threshold. So here you can create it based on baseline values or custom expression. So the baseline data range will help you fix the baseline value based upon your best performing week or month. Say for example, your servers perform their best in the third week of March 2023. So for the week of May 2023, you want to compare this with the performance of the servers in the week of March 3, 2023. In case the performance is not up to the par, you'll immediately receive an alert. So it will help you compare your current values with the best baseline values that you've set. So you can also check this box to specify baseline as percentage according to your preferences. Now, just like we saw in the standard threshold profile, we can also assign severity levels. It can be either critical, warning, or clear. Now, the next one is the anomaly profile. So here you can detect anomaly based on baseline values or custom expression. So this is quite similar to what we discussed with respect to adaptive profile. So when you click baseline values, you can fix the baseline values based on the particular week or month of the report data. So you can also specify the anomaly. Say, for example, the metric I've given here is that if it crosses, if the upper limit crosses more than 20 percentage, and if the lower limit crosses more than 30 percentage, I'll have to get a critical and a warning alarm respectively. You can change this according to your preferences. Now, when you click custom expressions, you can also assign the sample expression that you want for that particular attribute, and you can choose whether you want to generate a critical or a warning alarm. So we've covered the threshold profiles, the anomalies, the capacity planning, as well as the forecast reports here. Now, we'll also cover one more thing, which is the actions. So this particular actions tab is super useful. So this will help you understand where exactly you want to receive the channel in which you want to receive your alerts. Say, for example, if it's a critical alert, you might want to receive via SMS or email so that you can quickly analyze and resolve it. Or if there are other forms that you want to receive by, whether it's a cloud action or a SQL job action or a Windows service action, you can also configure the same. Say, for example, I want a Windows service action. So I can create an Windows service action here, and I can also select the action type. It can be to start a particular service, stop them, or even restart them. And I can also add certain services to it. When I click on add services, it'll give me the list of services that are present, and I can add them automatically. Then I can also select the target servers, whether these are the auto select servers, selected servers, or all the servers selected in a monitor group. So in case you have a particular email ID at which you want to receive this notification once the action has been executed, you can specify the same. And you can also execute these actions based on business hours. So, for example, you want to receive these alerts even outside of your business hours, you can choose the same, and you can also choose the timings as per your preference. So, this way, we have options for cloud, virtual machines, containers, SQL, webhook or REST API, Slack action, etc. Now, let's move on to the last topic of the day, which is achieving more out of Applications Manager with built-in integrations. Now, Applications Manager has direct integrations with third-party tools such as Prometheus, ServiceNow, and Slack. It also integrates with various in-house solutions of ManageEngine, such as Alarms One, Analytics Plus, and Services Plus. Now, what exactly are the advantages of this built-in integration? So, this built-in integration will help you provide end-to-end visibility, reduce bottlenecks, help you provide contextual insights, and have more efficient reporting. And it will mainly help you avoid any SLA breaches. Now, let's take a look at Applications Manager integration with Services Plus. First and foremost, it'll help you can sync your CIs with Applications Manager. With the help of this integration, you can automatically discover all the IT components in your configuration management database, that is CMDB of Services Plus, and then create dependencies amongst them in Applications Manager. You can track all the configuration items in your IT infrastructure, map relationships, and predict the impact of CIs on your businesses in case there is any modification made. Secondly, you can troubleshoot faster with instant ticket logging and action. Now you can automate the process of categorizing, prioritizing, assigning tickets to technicians in service displays from within Applications Manager. Now you can create a ticket, track the change in status of a ticket, and all its update until it's finally resolved. In Applications Manager, when you have a predefined condition and that particular condition has been violated, an alarm can be instantly generated and a consequently configured action can be executed. Now, with the help of this automated workflow, you can forget about tracking your tickets manually all the time, and you can ensure that no ticket is unattended. This will also help you create new or reopen a ticket when an alarm is raised for a previously closed ticket. You can also close ticket or update notes in your service displays when an alarm is cleared. You can also update a ticket when there is a status change in alarms. Now let's move on to Prometheus integration. So with the help of this integration, you can auto discover all the Tomcat servers in your infrastructure, and you can add them as individual monitors in Applications Manager. So as of now, we support Prometheus integration only for Tomcat servers. We'll be adding other servers soon, and it's in a pipeline. Now, let's shift to the UI to see how this particular integrations work. Now, under settings, go on to product settings and add-on settings. So here you can see all the third-party integrations as well as in-house integrations that are present. So we support integration with Service Desk Plus, SDP Cloud, as well as SDP MSP. So I'll show you how this integration works. So here you can click the plus icon to start the integration, and you can select the product of your preference. So you can give the port number, the REST API key, and the kind of protocol you want. You can also enable mail notification for any connectivity failures. So in case you want to trigger email actions, you can select email actions and select from the list of emails of your preference. In case you want to append a custom message, you can do that too. And you can also choose how many times you want the emails to be repeated until you get the successful connection message. You can also click advanced settings. So this will help you configure the settings as per your preferences. And you can also update settings in your applications manager. Now let's move on to Prometheus. So here we have the general specifications where you need to mention the poll interval. So for Prometheus, we support two modes of data collection, one being exposed Prometheus API and the other being curl through SSH. So for the exposed Prometheus API, you can directly access the Prometheus URL to collect data for Tomcat metrics and discovery. You can choose this option when your Prometheus URL is accessible through your network. Now you can choose the curl through SSH option when you want to access the Prometheus URL only in the system in which it's been deployed. Now it's viable if you have deployed Prometheus as a pool in a container environment or if you're using any Linux targets. So you can also give the Prometheus server details here. So you can give the Prometheus API port, the endpoint, the protocol, etc. And in case you want to enable authentication, you can do the same. You can also give a discovery specifications. So these discovery options include pausing the discovery, discovering and monitoring all these servers. You can choose to discover all the servers and not monitor them. And also you can choose to monitor any specific instances. So in case a particular action on a monitor has to be configured if a data is unavailable, you can mark the monitor as down. You can unmanage it or you can even delete the monitor. So this is how this works. So in case you have any third parties that is not listed here, you can connect it via a REST API or webhook integrations. So we have an option under actions. So here you can give the details, and you can easily create an integration with the third party tool of your preference. So we have come to the end of today's session. But before we finish, let's have a quick recap of what we discussed during the session. First and foremost, we discussed how you can auto discover components and dependencies across your entire IT stack, how you can measure key performance metrics across your application servers and databases, how you can leverage AI and ML based reporting to analyze performance trends, and how you can achieve more of Applications Manager with built in integrations.
Thank you.